Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're all having a great day. Today I am going to do a little tutorial for you on this look. It's using like a smoky dark brown eye, and I'm really enjoying pinks, so I just recently purchased some pink lipsticks. It's really a simple application, so nothing complicated. So if you want to know how I did it, hang on. I'm coming back, peeps. I'm coming back. Okay, I already have my concealer on, my primer, and I'm using all over face. I use the Guerlain Les Ors, and for my T-zone area, because I love the way it controls the pores, I have the Rachel K CC Renew Cream on. This is the newest one, and you can purchase it on Lisa D1's blog. Very nice product. You know I like the original CC cream too. Okay, so let's get started. And I'm going to start with my foundation. Oh, my concealer is Nars in Custard. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Marc Jacobs foundation, and I will put everything in an annotation so that we don't have to have a very long drawn-out video. So I just put a blob on my hands. And now with this foundation, it's a gel foundation, and it does have a little fragrance that I find irritating, but not to the skin, just to, I'm looking straight ahead into my mirror. I'm just going to pat this on. I've tried this foundation several ways and disliked it immensely when I first got it. And I got a sample of it first, and then the girl gave me the wrong color. After I pat it on, I then just lightly sweep over it. But most of it is patted in before I even go any further, and you don't really need a lot. It does, the fragrance, I think he could have left that out of his product. Okay, then I take my Beauty Blender, which is damp, and I plop some on there, okay? And then I just dot my T-zone area, my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead. And then I just stipple the Beauty Blender all around with the product on it, patting it in through all of my lines. I may forward through some of this, but when I need to tell you something that I think will really help you out, don't worry, I won't go through it. Then I go up underneath the eyes and I just pat it in really nicely. And then I just sweep it lightly down and out so that I don't have any lines. Go lightly over my eyes. And then my final step to it, I take my hands and I just press it in, and I allow the heat of my hands to really settle the foundation. So now I am going to lightly dust over it with my Laura Mercier Rich Vanilla. The brush I'm using is my Real Technique, and it is the powder brush. Again, in the lid, work it into the brush, powder. And you just tap off and swirl it around just to set it. Okay, my next step, I'm going to put a paint pot on my lid, and this is a discontinued, it was a limited edition, and it's Nubile by MAC. I really like this. It's just a really nice fleshy tone with a little bit of pink undertone. I use the Sephora concealer brush. I just dab it in, get a little bit on there, and sweep it across the lid part. That's where you want most of it applied. And then once you have that applied, then you can sweep up to the brow bone. And this one is so neutral that I take it right up. Angle up on the outer edge of your eye always. Just get in the habit of working up. And don't be afraid to use a tool or something that would help you, like a piece of tissue, to help you stay up on the eye. Okay, same thing on this side. I just always work up. I just think, sweep up, Tammy, sweep up. Because then you lift everything up. Okay, so that is the primer in Nubile, well, the paint pot in Nubile. Okay, my next step is I'm going to put my eyebrows on. I'm going to do that off camera because, well, maybe I can do it here. I don't want to have to hold a mirror up in front of you. So I'll do the best I can, but I start and I just fill it in, And I have very bad eyebrows. So here I need to extend it down a little bit or I get that tadpole look. And then on the top part, I'm very, very bald on the top part. So I have to extend it slightly to give myself a decent eyebrow. And it's very light strokes that I use. I don't like powders and all those other things. So I just use a pencil, and I use the Anastasia in medium ash. Seems to work best for me. Now this eyebrow is much different. It's much thinner in this area. Okay, eyebrows are on. So now I'm going to move on to my shadow. I'm going to go for a smoky brown pink look on my face today. I actually had something very similar to it in one of my videos that you've either seen or you're going to see. But I'm going to start with the Scandal Eyes in Bad Girl Bronze, I believe it's called. And that is the color. What I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to slightly place this as close as I can to the lash line. And I don't want to extend this out. I just want it to end right where my eye ends and just have a little bit of it on. Now this you have to work a little faster with. So now I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm just going to smudge that line down a little. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to have that smokiness towards my lid. Let me come in a little closer and do it even tighter. And where'd my brush go? Here it is. Now I'm just going to soften that line close to the lashes. And then turn it over and just smudge it lightly and kind of pull it in so that you don't get in the habit of lifting it too far up. Okay, you don't want it to go into the actual lid part. You want it close to the lash line for this look. Same thing on this side. Remember, don't extend it out. You don't want to wing it out. And just lightly, don't flick out on the end. Okay, this is going to be a little different look. And then turn the brush over and flick down. And you keep it all in the area you want it. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to be using this new Tom Ford palette that I have, and it is in Cocoa Mirage. Thank you, Lisa. And it is really a beautiful quad. I'm going to be using the 3 tones. I'm not going to be using the white too much. I want this to have a little bit of depth to it, this look. So at first I am going to take a shorter brush that's a little compact, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to take this beige, this color here. I'm going to pack it onto the brush. Now with the Tom Ford shadows, I do find that you do have to tap off a little bit because there is a little bit of fallout, and as we age we don't want that fallout. Could be the brush I'm using. Maybe Tom Ford brushes would hold on to this a little bit more, but I'm going to tap most of it off, and then I'm going to just pack that on to my lid. Now notice, I'm not swinging out with it. I'm staying right in the pocket here. Not going into the crease, and I'm just kind of filling that in with that color, okay? Same thing on the other. Okay, now I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I want a rather, not too tight, not too loose. We'll go with this MAC, the Sigma, it's an E35. I'm going to go, and this is the one I used yesterday. We're going to just sweep that. Now we're going to sweep it up lightly, just so it comes slightly above. And I like to do a little circular back and forth. Remember, you don't want to extend too far out, okay? And you always want to work up in that area anyway. So up, sweep it up and in. Same on the other eye. Up and in. And this is kind of just our transition color that we're going to use. Okay, now take another clean fluffy brush, and this one's going to be a little bit larger. And this is the Sigma E40. And I'm going to take that brush, and I'm not putting anything on it, and I'm just going to soften that line that I just did. As you can see, these brushes shed terrible. I don't own one brush that doesn't shed. Even my Bobbi Brown brushes shed. Not the blush brush, the bronzing brush does. I'm looking for the, well, if I had Debic One's collection or Michelle from Makeup MLC, I probably have brushes that didn't shed. They have beautiful brushes. Okay. So we've just softened that line. Most of the color is going to stay in our lid, and I'm going to deepen it even more. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take this really beautiful reddish brown color. It's really beautiful. And I'm going to take, this is a MAC brush, the number's worn off, but just a flat brush you want, okay? And I'm going to pick that up. Now this one has just a light satin touch to it, which is really pretty. Tap it off. And then you're going to tap it all over that, getting close to the lash line now too. Keep that color right on the eyeball. Don't go up into the crease. Keep it right in there and don't drag it too far down on the side. You want to stay right on the edge. Pick up some more. And we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Get close in, right on the lash line. This is going to be the smoky sultry. Okay. I love this look with pink lipstick, okay? I mean, it's okay with light peach lipstick, but there's something about the browns and the pinks that I really am attracted to right now. Okay, now I'm going to take the flat base brown, and this actually comes out darker than you would think. And this one I'm keeping very close to the lash line. Tap it off, and then you're just going to go along the lash line to deepen that part, okay? And same thing on the other side. Of course, this isn't an everyday look. Well, for some women it will be, but for me, it definitely is not. Okay, so I have darkened that. Now what I'm going to do is I don't want to spread those colors too far up into where the transition color is. So I'm just going to take a very small, this is a, no number on it, but it's denser. It's not going to fluff out and spread the color. So I'm just going to go along my lash line now and really soften that color, blend it down into the line. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go back and forth and really soften and smooth those colors together. Tom Ford shadows, they really blend beautifully. They are really, I mean, I know they're expensive, but they are beautiful. Okay, so now I am just going to take, I have this big little fluffy Real Technique brush, okay? And because I am going to be wearing pink, I want to marry my eyes a little bit into my cheeks because I'm going to be putting pink on my cheeks and lips. So I'm going to take the Physician Formula Happy, and I'm just going to touch it over into the light part of the pink, tap it off, and right over here I'm just going to lightly lift up with a slight bit of pink. You really won't notice it, but it does marry the face together. Okay, so just lightly put that pink there. Same thing on this side. Okay, now if you want, you can take that big fluffy brush because you've pretty much settled all the shadows and taken the excess off. Now I'm just going to take a sweep and make sure that my line is softened from my transition color to that deep tone that comes right above the crease. And just soften that. You're not really working on the lid now. Okay, same thing on this side. And you also will distribute that pink just lightly. Okay, so now I am going to tightline with the Nars Via Apia waterproof pencil. I love these. They do not transfer. That's fabulous to me. So I want to lift my eye up. I do have my contacts in, so I have to be very careful. You know, it's funny when you're doing a makeup and you start looking at it, it all looks like a hot mess until it pulls together. And it does. It pulls together. Okay, the contact's acting a little wonky over here. Okay, so now I want to put a little something underneath the eyes, so I'm going to work with that lighter tone in the, I want to keep saying Marc Jacobs, the tone. I'm going to take a domed brush and I'm going to dip it into this taupey, and well, it's not taupey because I don't wear taupes. It's a really nice neutral color. It's got a little like gold undertone you can see in it, or yellow, something. Anyway, I'm going to tap off a lot because I do have contacts in. And then I'm just going to lightly go under my eye and just flick slightly, okay? Because I don't want any color out here today. Okay, tap it. And same thing, go underneath that eye and just put some color to just blend everything. Okay, all right. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer. Of course, I always reach for my Ritual, always. And today I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use the blush brush, and I'm just going to tap it in, tap it off, and put some. Notice I'm keeping it all right here. I'm not really lifting up. Same on the other side. And then, of course, you know, you want to frame the face up here. If you can keep the center of your face brighter, it looks nice. I use this brush sometimes with the bronzer because it's so soft, it softens the edges as you're applying. Okay? Okay, the next step is going to be my blush, and I'm going to use a Bare Minerals blush because, one, I think Bare Mineral blushes really lay nicely on an aging skin, anybody's skin really, because they're very sheer, they have a lot of color to them, and they also they add a little bit of a glow, so they make it look really pretty. And the color I'll be using is Secret. It is a pink. I've had this for a while. I don't even know if it's made anymore. You want to make sure you tap out of the lid. You apply this basically the same way you apply. There you go. Start out with very little of the blushes if you've never used them before. Okay, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown blush brush. I do like this brush a lot. And I'm going to work it into the brush. And I'm keeping it on the higher part of my cheek. I need a little more. I'm not a powder fan though. I'm not all this powder stuff gets on my nerves. Okay, so I'm going to work it into the brush, tap it off, place it up high, get just a little more that dropped on the table here, work it into the brush, and do the other side. I like to stay high on my cheeks because then it lifts. I'm not into the apple of the cheek at all, at all. Okay, so my next step now, to finish my eyes out, I'm going to do something that is really nice on brown eyes because it helps to bring the depth of the brown out in your eye. I'm going to use a green on my waterline, and this is by Givenchy, and it's number 5. It's just a really nice green. I've used Laura Mercier's caviar stick to do this, and they're both very nice. So I'm just going to run the green along my waterline. Of course, you can use brown or black if you want. But when I put my brown mascara on, brown shadow, and then this green, it just really does add something without closing off my eye. Peeps, it's so cold here today. I just can't wait for it to be over. Okay, so for my lips, I am going to go ahead and apply my Laura Mercier Baby Lips. I like this. It's a nice neutral pink. Very nice. That's what the end of the cap looks like. And I think it needs a little sharpening. Okay, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Baby Lips pencil. This is really a nice neutral pink. What I like about it is it doesn't change the color of the lipsticks you put on with it. So it's really nice because some of my liners I do use to change the color. This pink lipstick that I'm using would also look nice with just a nice neutral beige brown undertone lip liner, but not where you see a definite line. That's so outdated, peeps. If you still see your lip line, that's outdated, okay? So let me line carefully my very wrinkled lips. Okay, lip liner on. Okay, the lipstick I'm going to use today, I just bought 3 new pink lipsticks, and one I actually had already, but I bought it again. I bought Dior's Swan, and I bought Dior's Charnel, and then I bought this one by Givenchy, which I wasn't sure I was going to like, but I did wear it yesterday, and I did like it. It is number 3, Secret Pink. It's a really pretty pink. It's not too blue. It's really nice. You'll see. You'll see. Okay. I have very lined lips, so I have to make sure that I get inside the grooves. Okay, all right, now I'm going to do my mascara off camera, and I will be back. The mascara I'm going to be using is Lancome's Deep Brown Definicils. You know I love it. Okay, so I will be right back with you, peeps, once my mascara is on. Okay, and I do use, I'll be curling my lashes first using the Lancome Shiseido Lash Curler and Definicils. Okay, I'm back with the finished look. I've done my mascara. The only thing I did was, what did I do? Oh, I added just a little bit of the light color that is in the Tom Ford palette. The light one, I added just a little bit of it in the inner eye to brighten my eyes up a little bit, but that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll all give it a try. Now, I thought I would just say that I'll give you swatches of these Tom Ford colors because I know everybody can't afford this eyeshadow pad. So these are the 4 colors, and this is probably very similar to something in MAC or NYX. And then here is the other color. And then this one here is the other matte. There are 3 matte shades. And those are the 3, and then this is the last one that has the shimmer. I'll swatch them on the back of my hand so that you can see them all. So those are the colors that you're working with. They all have a, the shimmer one has a red undertone, so perhaps Twinks in MAC. Brulee would work just fine, or even vanilla. And then you need just a really dark, true chocolate brown. And let me massage this one in so you can see the color of it as you blend it in. They really come to life when you blend them. So that is the color combination that you're looking for to achieve this look, okay? And the lipstick, any neutral pink lipstick would do. I mean, if you go to the blue side or you go to the coral side, you're gonna change the look a little bit. But I love pink and browns together, so give it a try. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Remember, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, and most of all, peeps, be lovable. Be lovable. I love you all. Bisous, my friends. Bisous.